Hi everyone, Rob, John Deere Machinery. So we are continuing our kind of look into brief maintenance stroke problem solving of John Deere ride-ons. Just so you've got a little bit of info before you ring up your dealer or ring us up and go, it's not working. And it might be something simple that you maybe overlooked or just forgotten about. So we're looking at the X350 today. First thing you see on the X350, it's got two deck options. So this one's got the 42A deck, which is the side discharge. I'll come around and show you. It's got the side discharge, yeah, or the mulching feature like so. And the other one is the 42 dedicated mulching deck. All right. They both cut the grass. They just cut it slightly differently. So a few things just to generally check over. So the manual will tell you before you cut, check the oil level. Well, who does that? Says that in the car as well, but I don't check it from 6 months to the next. But it's worth checking it every month or 2 months just to make sure you've got enough oil in, because no oil will cause an issue. So it's basically yellow dipstick, unscrew it, and if I bring this up to Nat, I don't know if you can see, you've got your full level indicator. I don't know if you can see that there, my finger is. All right. When you check it, take it out, clean it, just push it so it sits there. All right, guys, don't screw it back in because that's going to go past pushing the dipstick right down into the oil. So that's how you check it on these tractors. Once you're all good, make sure he's done up, because if you don't do it up, you're going to have an awful mess in your engine bay. Battery, especially over winter, batteries don't like getting cold. Cars are different because it gets used all the time. So either start your machine up sort of every week or every 2 weeks to get it a bit warm, get some juice going through the battery, or put it on a trickle charge. 12 volt, that's just putting a little bit of energy into it over a longer period rather than just hitting it with a big boost, you know. Tyre pressures, you know, make sure your tyre pressures are good. Wonky tyre pressures are going to make wonky cuts. So you've got 14 psi on the front, 10 on the back, and if Nat wants to kind of either go that way or whichever way she wants to go, if you've got a fairly new machine, under the hood, you'll have all this info. I would say 99% of people do not pay any attention to it. But that will give you your service and your tyre pressures and all that sort of thing, all right? So opening and closing the hood. And for you guys that have got them, this could be just going over stuff for people looking at buying mowers. It's easy, up like that. Just in the winter or minus weather, just go steady because they do get a bit brittle. If you just go like that, it's going to snap off the end. And I guarantee you will be crying in the corner somewhere with a repair bill of a lot of money. All right, so that's basically just brief sort of maintenance. The one thing I failed to mention on the other videos, it's just popped into my head, is keeping the deck clean makes the tractor perform better, all right, you know. And yes, you should get it serviced every year. All tractors need to be serviced every year, but like your car. But something that helps, again, I'm going to get Nat to pop round this way again. If you look down here, you get the deck wash, all right? So that is basically going to, you put your hose pipe onto it, full blast, turn the blades on, and it's going to chuck the water around the deck. So jet washing, deck cleaning, if you haven't done that for 2 or 3 years, it's probably not worth doing it now, but you've got to do it from day dot, all right? Because it's kind of, it just, everything sticks to it. You can try it, it might get a bit of rubbish off, but if you can get under there a few times during the year, just knock some of that grass off, it will help you massively, you know, keeping everything running nicely. And there's a few simple things to check. We often get people ringing up saying, my tractor won't start, you know, something's happened. So a few things to check on. All tractors, you normally depress the brake pedal, just making sure you're contacting it right to the bottom. You know, if someone else has been on the seat and moved it backwards, and you know, make sure that is going right to the floor because it will not start. One of the big things that we come across here is you're mowing and then you've gone back out mowing and it's not working, you jumped off the mower's cut, just check that contact, check the blade engagement, okay? On the 350, the 380, the 590, 350R, and some of the smaller 1 series, it's electro, you know, so make sure that is down, because nothing's going to happen whatsoever. Make sure your park brake's fully off. You know, you've left it on by mistake and you press your pedal, nothing's going to happen. So if you've had one for ages, you know all this stuff. Sometimes everybody has a bit of a what's going on moment. So it's just worth checking those things before you sort of give us a call. And then we'll pop around the back. So under the seat, this is a new one, but you've got your seat sensor there, all right? So make sure that hasn't been snagged if you've sort of had the seat up like that in storage and something snagged it, or you know, if you leave it in a barn or a shed, you get these little mice or rat little friends that come along and they like munching these cables, you know, so something like that munched won't let it start because it's a safety feature. And then final thing, moving the hydro dump valve, this little lever here. So as it is at the moment with it in, it's difficult to push. Pull them out like so, and you're not pulling it right out. You're not pulling it. It's just this one moves like this far. It's not, and then you can push the tractor nice and easy. All right. Sometimes, if you've been having trailers or other attachments on the back, and you're messing around and you've knocked that by mistake, it's not going to work, right? So just check all those bits we talked about. And if you've got blades, back to blades, and I'm scooting around a bit, but back to blades, if you notice it's not cutting, just have a quick look to make sure you haven't got sticks, like stones, or sometimes just a build up of grass will stop the blades from going so much. So check all that first. Then if you've still got a problem, give your local dealer, or if you're our local person, give us a call, and we can go from there. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you again.